Sometimes the snow is stacked pretty high by February in small-town Indiana. That and the chill have usually been enough to drive generations of Hoosiers inside when the high school action is heating up. You've heard or seen at least one Hoosier story that starts off in a small-town gym, but do you know the saga of the Speedkings?
We're not as old as we look.
David Pence and Rex Woodmansey are at least 50 years older now than they were during that magical season in 1964. They didn't even win half their games in the regular season. But the postseason started with an unlikely win over Grant County's own Goliath, Marion High School.
The coach went to Marion High School, and he only graduated 8 years before that, I think 57. He wanted that game real bad, and he liked to kill us the last 2 weeks of practice before.
History records Swayzee's first sectional championship, but history also had a little more business to do at the regional game against Liberty Center.
They had a player named Dick Harris that was 6'5" and a tough 6'5" back in those days, was a big guy. He fouled out with about 40, 50 seconds to go in the game, and they had led the whole game, and he fouled out. If he hadn't fouled out, I don't think there'd been any overtime.
But overtime came, over and over and over.
They got the tip most every time and just held the ball for 3 minutes, took a last second shot, missed, did the same thing over for 5 times.
Mentally, I think was the worst. Like you say, you stand there just while they hold the ball for 3 minutes. There wasn't a lot of running up and down the floor in those overtimes.
We'd come back and get strategy, come back, get strategy, come back, get strategy. And the last time that we came back, the guys came back, coach just said, go out there and play ball like normal, and turn around and sit down, because we just wore out.
I remember someone came out and said, look, I don't care who wins this, let's just get it over with.
And even the fans watching were getting worn out.
There were a lot of people that were adults that was leaving the gym in the third and fourth overtime simply because they couldn't stand the drama, but yet they went outside and listened to their game on the radio.
One of the referees, Bill May, wrote a book. He said he wanted to let me know what it was like that day, and I said, what do you mean? He said, well, when you stepped up to the line, you was in the 9th overtime, and he said, I asked you if you was a farm boy, and I said, yes. And he said, well, I am too. I've got cows at home that need milk. Hit these. And I don't remember any of that happening, but whether it happened or not, I don't know, but that's what he told me happened, and so I hit him for him.
65-61, 9 overtimes, an Indiana record, and the victory. A regional championship was now just 1 game away, but they had to turn around and play it just hours later. Huntington won that last game, but the Speedkings won the record. And the memories that brought them back to their home court 50 years later.
The Swayzee Speedkings.
9 players came home, along with the cheerleaders. And even if many in the crowd weren't there in '64, they caught a glimpse of the bond that pulled these guys together, turning hard work and the hopes of a small town into a little piece of Indiana legend.
We were nothing special, but we just got going there for a couple of weeks.
All of us played as a cohesive unit.
The team was a team.